Camera set up here. All right, I need to push you back just a smidge. All right, great. All right, all of your cards have been shuffled, Cancer. I'm just gonna move a couple decks up here, or actually maybe just over here. We're going to start with your monthly forecast. Just a couple of things if this is your first time here. This is a collective reading. Receive what resonates, release what doesn't. I do these for sun signs, but I encourage you to watch for your moon and your rising as well to get a 360 view of the month of November. If anything I say resonates with you and you'd like to have a more private one-on-one session with me, everything you need to know is either in the description box below or you can visit my website, lightworkerwhit.com. Please remember, if you're watching this in the month of November, you are a light keeper, which means you have 15% off my services. So the monthly forecast is its own spread, okay, where we look at the month of November overall. We have nine card spread we're going to do, and then your love and relationships and career and finances are a different spread, but they're the same though, where we look into what to expect, the unexpected, and theme of the month regarding career and finances and love and relationships. Okay, all right, receive what resonates, release what doesn't. Okay, and if it doesn't resonate, don't make the shoe fit. Here we go. Okay, what wanted to come out? The Eight of Cups and the Lovers. Okay, that's interesting. I'm not really getting that here in your spread overall because I almost grabbed these two, but we'll see what comes up in your love reading. These two cards would indicate either walking away from a Gemini or a love interest, or needing time alone, or somebody walking away from you, some sort of partner. But I'm going to put those back because it's not really part of the spread. All right. Let's start off with current self, Knight of Pentacles. Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You're starting off the month very diligent, very dedicated, very hardworking, okay? That you've got a goal, you're trying to achieve it, but you're not rushing yourself. Slow and steady wins the race. Theme of the month is Three of Pentacles. This is collaboration, teamwork, and working with others for a common goal. This could even be in relation to a relationship. Even with just one other person, there's still a teamwork element, right? Key goal to pursue is the King of Swords. This is air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but it could also be a message to maybe step into a position of authority, especially where knowledge is concerned, being an expert subject matter on something and being put in a position of intelligent authority. Does that make sense? This could also be representative of communication as well, needing to be seen and be viewed as a subject matter expert this month. Obstacle to overcome is the King of Cups. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This could be a water sign that you are needing to, face some challenges with, perhaps. We'll see what else comes out around this. But if this is related to you and not another person, this could be a message to needing to get a handle on your emotions, which arguably you need to do every day as a water sign and being ruled by the moon. But maybe this month especially, it might be difficult for you to, recalibrate, if you will. Major accomplishment is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, again, is water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Potentially a love interest or an offer of love coming in. If there's no love in your life this month, you're not even thinking about dating, not even thinking about your partner, this could be like an offer of something coming in that is like emotionally fulfilling for you. Things like art, beauty, culture, like those sorts of things, you would be pursuing this month. Okay, let's see what happens or what we get when we clarify this. What to avoid is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is feeling like the glass is half empty, feeling like things are missing, not being satisfied with life, feeling apathetic. So Spirit is trying to tell you not to lean into that energy. You need to instead embrace courage, strength, fortitude. This is also Leo energy in case a Leo is important to you. Maybe getting connected or working with a Leo is important. We'll clarify why you need strength this month. Where to find support is the Page of Swords, air sign energy here again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So this really is about researching though. The Page of Swords is like finding information. They're trying to find enough information to validate choices or decisions that they want to make, or to make an informed decision. The Page of Swords is also learning how to communicate really well. Sometimes they can put their foot in their mouth by thinking they know everything. But the message I'm getting is learning. There's something that you need to learn, something you need to sharpen up on intellectually. And lastly, advice, encouragement is the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is very ambitious energy, needing to pursue a passion, wanting to maybe prove yourself, going after something with a lot of intensity, not wanting to wait, you know what I mean, to get started. It's somebody who's like ready to go, very action oriented, and has a really clear why. The Knight of Wands knows exactly why they're doing what they're doing, and they're like really identify with their mission, you know? All right, let's look at these cards a little bit more deeply. Grabbing the Kipper deck here. And also, okay, also the Fantasy Tarot. Okay, so first thing I want to clarify, I don't know if I want to clarify the Three of Pentacles. What, I guess, in what capacity do we need to embrace teamwork for you, Cancer? Why teamwork? Please, Spirit, for Cancer. Why Three of Pentacles for theme of the month? Sudden Wealth wanted to come out. Why teamwork? Why collaboration? Why teamwork? Why collaboration? Is that the marriage card? All right, so we need to get in partnership with the right people. The marriage card is also, it can be literal, like maybe you're getting married, maybe that's important. Maybe working with the right people if you're planning a wedding. But this is also about like partnerships and contractual agreements. So you need to focus on getting aligned with the right people for whatever reason this month. Please clarify the King of Swords for Cancer. Why is the King of Swords here? Gift, needing to use your gifts in some way. Somebody may even be gifting you a position. That's interesting. Okay. Like, you ever have people who like, people just, you know, people who got a job because they knew somebody? That's kind of coming through. Clarify, please, key goal to pursue for Cancer. Key goal to pursue for Cancer, please. Okay. Wow, Three of Pentacles again, and Ace of Cups. Yeah, you're working with a new group of people this month. You need, or specifically, you need to pursue that. I don't know if you hate your current job or you hate your current circumstances, but you need to figure out how to use your gifts and talents and your wisdom and use and see who is willing to accept and help, or how do I want to say this? Who is willing to receive and, I don't want to say take advantage of, who would like to utilize your specific gifts and intelligence. Does that make sense? And the Ace of Cups here is pointing to something new, a new job, a new relationship of some sort. We'll see what comes up with your career and finance reading. Let's look into this King of Cups for you, Cancer. Please clarify obstacle overcome for Cancer. Mature woman. Could be an older water sign, female. Male or female, doesn't matter. Someone that, if it is a female, it would be somebody who has kind of like masculine energy. Why is this an obstacle for Cancer? Why is this person an obstacle for Cancer this month? If you notice, Cancer, you've got a lot of court cards in your reading. I mean, a lot of court cards. The court cards are the kings, knights, queens, pages. So we have one knight. You have 3 of the 4 knights. The only one that's missing is the Knight of Swords. You have 2 kings, and you have 1 page. So most of your reading is like court cards. So you're going to be dealing with a lot of different people this month. Why we have obstacle here, it's 8 of Wands. So you need something to move swiftly. So maybe you're working with somebody that's not moving that fast, not moving very quickly. Okay. Maybe this could be connected to travel, but I'm not sure. All right, so let's look at the major accomplishment, Knight of Cups for you, Cancer. Why is the Knight of Cups here? What is this? If we get the Lovers, that would be confirmation that this is a romantic connection. But let's see. Why is the Knight of Cups here for major accomplishment for Cancer? I don't know what that is. Now, this is traditionally my Thief card, but it's cunning. I don't know what to make of that just yet. Clarify major accomplishment for Cancer, please, with this Knight of Cups. Knight of Pentacles again. Maybe this is related to work. But if it is related to work, and with the Cunning card here, this for me is like you're outsmarting something or someone outsmarting the system. But with the Knight of Cups here, it would be that you got something is being offered to you that you want, that's actually rewarding and emotionally fulfilling. Does that make sense? So we'll see. We'll see what comes up there. Let's clarify this 4 of Cups in terms of what to avoid for Cancer. Two of Swords, some indecision here. Whenever I have the Two of Swords, I like to pull cards from my yes, no. All right, Cancer, so think about what option A is and think about what option B is. If you're facing indecision, you decide what option A is and you decide what option B is, okay? So, for Cancer, please. What is an answer for option A? Answer for option A for them. Now, you take this with a grain of salt, okay? I like to look at the messages more than I do the yes, no. Option A, advice and guidance for option A. No, losing part of yourself, missing pieces, gone away. One card for option B, please. Guidance for option B for Cancer. Okay, I'm going to take what, well, maybe I will take this. What fell out is no. Beyond your ability, done to death, not viable, okay? And let's see what the other message is. Yes, you have the answers, opening doors, access. So for me, what this is telling me is there's an option C that you're not considering or haven't considered yet. That's what that means to me. We're going to put that over here. So you're not really happy with your choices, but Spirit is telling you there's another way. So we'll see what that's really pertaining to, but let's keep going. The point is, don't get stuck with the options in front of you. Clarify the Strength card, please, for what to embrace for Cancer this month. Okay, what is this? Coffin, endings. Maybe having the strength to end something. What is Cancer ending? What is Cancer ending, please? I wonder if I should use tarot. What is it that would be coming to an end for Cancer? What that Cancer? We have 5 of Wands. Now, you guys know, if you've been here long enough, I like to look at the 5 of Wands as competition. It is my rat race card. Now, for me, whenever I see the Strength card, it's usually a message that you will get through whatever difficulties you're experiencing right now. Now, the only thing is, it is potential that maybe the Coffin card could be a symbol to not give up, but I'm not sure if that's your guidance. We'll see what comes up in your career and finances, as that feels like the message. It could be related to your love life, maybe not giving up and ending that. But I'm not sure if Spirit is telling you to go ahead and have the strength to end something. To me, Cancer, Spirit is telling you to stop fighting for something. You need to have the strength to stop fighting for something. Clarify the Strength card for Cancer, please, for the month of November. Okay. Seven of Swords, very similar to the Cunning card here. Needing to be strategic, needing to be smart, needing to be wise on how you spend and use your time. You got to have a good plan. Very, very interested to see what comes up. Maybe you already know what this is, Cancer, but it's not immediately clear to me, but whatever it is, for me, it's feeling like figuring out a way out of your situation, figuring out a way to overcome what looks like an ending. I don't know if that makes sense. To put an end to an oppressive situation by being wise, being strategic. Does that make sense? All right, so we've got the Page of Swords here in terms of researching, gathering information. What is this related to for Cancer? The Page of Swords could be a person, like I said, but what is this? Great fortune. We need to be wise on how to get the money together, Cancer. And lastly, Knight of Wands. Clarify that, please, for Cancer. What is that? What is that? It's main female. So by the end of the month, you will feel kind of like large and in charge. I think it's really interesting because you're starting the month, Cancer, with trying to be like very diligent and very hardworking, right? Just trying to like rinse and repeat. But by the end of the month, you feel like much more confident in what you're doing. Much more validated, I want to say. All right, let's recap. Okay? But let me try to. And most of my viewers are female, so when I look at this main female, I interpret this as you stepping into this Knight of Wands energy. Let us recap. All right, so starting off the month very diligent, very hardworking, but you need to find the right people to collaborate and work with. We do have key goals for you to pursue is King of Swords, which for me is you embracing and stepping into a position of intelligence and authority. Maybe even as a speaker or authoritative voice, a voice of authority, a voice of reason, maybe either in your life or your professional life. We maybe have a water sign to contend with, or potentially needing to grapple with and get a hold of our emotions and maybe needing to mature ourselves in our emotional health. Major accomplishment is Knight of Cups, either being offered something you really want, something that's enjoyable, potentially a love interest coming into the picture, or maybe even strengthening things with a romantic love interest, but we'll see. What to avoid, kind of feeling stuck in the grass is always greener type energy, and also being stuck on options that are in front of you. There's a third option you're not considering. Embrace persevering and pushing through in what feels like an oppressive period. You will overcome is what I hear. I think that's a gospel song, but I don't really know it. We shall overcome. That's what I heard in my head. Does somebody know that song? That's what I heard in my head. Page of Swords, needing to gain information though. This month isn't just kind of coming together, by happenstance. You are playing an active role in like gathering information and figuring out a strategy, figuring out a plan. And by the end of the month, it feels like you've got, by the end of the month, feeling confident and feeling satisfied. I think you'll be very satisfied with how you make it through the month of November is what I'm getting. You're going to be proud of how because this month doesn't seem to be easy, just astrologically, but also just, based on your spread. This isn't going to be an easy month, but it seems like you're finding a way through. All right, let me put these back. So you just give me a second while I reset here, Cancer. Why do I feel like the Two of Swords is about to come out again? Now, I've already shuffled these cards, so I don't really know what's what. But I feel like we're going to get it again. I do want to pick your Crystal Spirits card. That is our monthly oracle card for you. Just one spirit for Cancer for the month of November, please. Just one, and we'll read it at the end. Please let it jump out face down. It doesn't really matter because I don't remember what these cards mean anyway without the book. But I do like the messages that you have for Cancer for the month of November. What's the overall theme? Just one card, please. Overall theme of November for Cancer 2025. Just one bumper. Okay. Okay, we got your card. So we're going to put that to this side. Let's go ahead and jump in with your love and relationships. Here we go. Back to deck energy is Three of Swords reversed. Maybe we're healing from something, getting over a heartbreak or some sort of sorrow, some sort of emotional pain that might have happened in your love life. The Three of Swords is not always heartbreak in the traditional sense, like being like a relationship ending. Sometimes it could be circumstances that happen within the relationship that are heartbreaking. Does that make sense? Think of a miscarriage. Think of losing a loved one. Think of somebody losing a job. It usually is around loss, but usually it's also about words exchanged, the Three of Swords, or even words not exchanged. Okay. Knight of Cups here again. Knight of Pentacles here again. What you got for Cancer, please, for the month of November? Okay. All right. So we have attraction, true love, and chemistry. I'll get to those. What to expect, we have the Ten of Wands and King of Swords reversed. The Ten of Wands is typically hard work and responsibility and, you know, somebody who has a lot on their plate, right? The King of Swords is air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. With it being reversed, it's somebody who's very short with you, somebody who's not very kind with their words. They seem to be a know-it-all. They're not operating logically. So in your love life, it could be you that is embodying this energy, kind of like too busy to deal with the relationship. Or maybe you're dealing with somebody who you feel is operating as if they're too busy for you. Maybe your love language is quality time and you're feeling like you're not getting that. Now, arguably everybody on some level, you know, wants and needs quality time, but it's a matter of whether or not that's number one for you, right? I just feel like it's a matter of like schedules and maybe not communicating with somebody as much as you'd like. If you're not dating, to me, this would be that you don't have time or you're not making time because you're too busy. Now, the unexpected is Six of Wands reverse and Ace of Pentacles reverse. Six of Wands reverse is typically, well, I'll just show them to you upright. Typically, Six of Wands is success and achievement and victory and recognition. Ace of Pentacles is usually something that has the potential to grow. It usually is related to material things and monetary value and gain. But in a relationship reading, it often points to somebody that you might meet in a work setting or through business. With it being reversed here, it represents lack of success, dare I say failure, but, you know, not getting what you wanted. Ace of Pentacles represents something not taking root or even rejecting someone's offer of love or affection. Now, if you're in a committed relationship, this could manifest in an offer on a house and it wasn't accepted. It could be that kind of thing, like you weren't successful in the offer that you made. It could be that you and maybe one of you or your person trying to get a job and they didn't get it unexpectedly. It's oftentimes like a missed opportunity when the Ace of Pentacles appears. Something that's not growing, not taking root. Could be a decision that you guys are making together, but because it's unexpected, it would, to me, point towards something that you thought would go through, but is not going through. Remember, it's Mercury retrograde, babe. So this would be, I don't want to say expect surprises, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, let me not blame everything on Mercury retrograde. It doesn't matter what time of year, unexpected things can happen all the time. So it just seems like something is kind of throwing you off here. What is this going to be for Cancer, please? The unexpected. I'm hearing like offer rescinded. I don't know. And maybe that could be the vibe here. Maybe you or your person are expecting a promotion or an offer and they don't get it, and you were counting on that offer to, upgrade your life, upgrade your standard of living. Clarify, please, the unexpected. If you're dating, like I said, to me, this might be a relationship that doesn't take off. It doesn't go very far. And if that's the case, if you were dating somebody new, it's likely because of schedules. Clarify what this is for Cancer, the unexpected, please. I really hate when these cards fall. Journey. If you're dealing with somebody long distance, to me, this would be a message that they're not coming to see you, or maybe somebody doesn't have the money to see you. That's interesting. Okay. Theme of the month is justice, Libra energy, balance, fairness, justice, fighting for what you believe. Sometimes also could be representative of, marriage agreements, marriage contracts, because it's tied to the judiciary system, legal entities. The Knight of Cups here, again, dealing with potentially a player, somebody who's like a ladies' man, if you will, male or female. Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Someone who's very independent financially, works for themselves, does for themselves. And Knight of Pentacles, somebody's very hardworking and dedicated. Now, a lot of earth sign energy here. We have water sign energy, and then we have Libra. So there's no fire, besides the Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands, not really a lot of fire sign energy here. So I with the fire sign, but you could be, it's possible. You could be deciding to take things slowly with somebody this month. And I think what might be an issue here, Cancer, is that you might be dealing with somebody, or maybe you are this person, dare I say codependent, that is used to getting a lot of attention, a lot of time. And either you are someone who's independent, or you're dealing with somebody who's very independent. So they're not able to give you as much time as you'd like, or vice versa. You're not able to give them as much time as you like. So we have to take things slow, but we had to compromise for that. Okay. That kind of seems like the vibe for me, needing to take things slowly. And if you're in a committed relationship, committed relationships get to this point too. Maybe you need more from your partner, but they're not able to give you more right now because work is really busy or whatever. So things are just kind of like slow. I just don't know if that's bad. If you're in a committed relationship, I don't think that that's really bad. It just kind of seems to be where you are. If you're dating, you need to evaluate if this is something that you can tolerate in the long run. And be honest with yourself. Is this something that you can live with, or is this something that's going to piss you off eventually? All right, so we've got attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. And this is more or less be the energy you want to attract, even if it's not really like in love, like focus on doing and feeling the things that bring you joy, and that in turn brings more romance in your life. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. That's a really positive card to get here. And then chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. So you might be dealing, if you're dating, there is the potential that you're dating with somebody that like, it's a really strong connection. I just think there's different expectations on quality time. And maybe it's not even that the expectations are different. It's just that the schedules don't allow. I was watching that show, Selling in the City. I still haven't, Selling the City. I haven't finished it, but I was watching one scene by the main, broker. Her name is Eleonora. And she was talking about how dating can be difficult for her because she was saying like people are upset that she's always on her phone. And she's like, she needs people that she dates to understand, and she's a Scorpio, that she doesn't earn a salary and she basically eats what she kills. She's like, she said in the show, I need my dates to understand if I'm working on a $28 million deal, I'm going to be on my phone. And that's really valid. That's really, really valid. When you're dealing with people who are like, I don't even want to say when you're dealing with people at that caliber, it's just that it's just a different world altogether. You're dealing with people in different time zones. You're dealing with people with different schedules and demands, different working schedules. So when you're in a position like that as a realtor or as a broker, you got to be available when they're available. So maybe you're dealing with people who like, I don't know, they might even travel a lot, and that might be a problem for you. Or maybe just in this season of life, again, if you're a committed relationship, maybe your partner's traveling more than they used to, and you're just trying to adjust to that. Let me know how things shake out. This feels like more of an adjustment period than anything, Cancer, if I'm being honest. I think your love life is going well. It just feels like an adjustment period, okay? All right, let's look at what else is going on. Okay, let's put that over there. Okay, let's look. Same thing, career and finances. All right, what to expect. Now, see, the Six of Wands is here, and what to expect. That's interesting, the unexpected. So some repeating cards so far here are the Six of Wands, the Knight of Cups. I'm just thinking back. Now, interesting. Remember I said earlier that we had the Lovers and the Eight of Cups, so I wondered where that was going to appear. So it looks like that's coming up in your career and finance reading. That's interesting. Maybe you guys are walking away from a business partnership or something like that, or a company. I mean, the Five of Cups next to the Eight of Cups is like very interesting. But it's smack dab in between Four of Wands and Nine of Wands, which is like resilience and domestic harmony and balance. So this is really, really interesting. I'm curious to see what oracle cards come out for you, Cancer. November 2025, please. I swear to fucking God, all these cards, November 2025. I don't feel like writers for you. Destiny, it seems like that was for you. What do you have? Or maybe it was because we had the King of Swords. Because King of Swords was your key goal to pursue. Let me find it. And also maybe the Page of Swords. So maybe writing is relevant to you this month. Okay, let's see what else. For Cancer, please. November 2025, easy does it. I don't know what fell. And depending on what fell is going to help me determine whether or not I'm going to pick another card. Revision. No, I'm not going to pick another card. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to put these up here for now. So Destiny, Writer, easy does it, revision. Okay. So what to expect? We have the Six of Wands and Three of Pentacles reversed. The Six of Wands is victory, success, and achievement. So on some level, Cancer, maybe you've achieved some level of success, some level of recognition. But with the Three of Pentacles reversed, it's typically about teamwork and collaboration. It feels like maybe you got there by yourself, like without the help of somebody else. I'm hearing no thanks to you. Yeah, I did it on my own. No thanks to you. That's kind of what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's true, Cancer, but it is how you feel. I think if you're honest with yourself, you didn't actually by yourself, but it feels that way because of how much you had to do by yourself. Does that make sense? So I feel that you're going into the month of November a little resentful. And you might even feel that you're not being properly appreciated by a group of people, by a team, by your people. Whether or not you work with them professionally, it might even just be like again, a group of people that you don't really feel recognized by. The unexpected is the Five of Swords reversed and the Lovers. So the Five of Swords is typically conflict. With it being reversed, you're letting a conflict go. The swords are coming out. You're extending an olive branch. The Lovers is Gemini energy, but this is a partnership here. It seems that you and somebody else are laying down your swords. Now, if this is related to your love life, if you and your partner are having words over finances, or you guys have, competing ideas on how to invest money, it might be that unexpectedly you guys find a resolution or decide to stop fighting with each other. Clarify, please, unexpected for Cancer. Career and finances. We got 2 cards. Privileged lady, adjudication. Yeah. Now, this to me you're either dealing with somebody who is comfortable financially or well off. Maybe not well off, that's a reach. Just somebody who's comfortable financially. Sometimes I look at the privileged lady as like the Nine of Pentacles, somebody who's independent, right? Not quite Queen of Pentacles, but somebody who's like, she's got a little extra to spare, Adjudication here, which is about a conflict and needing to resolve something. So unexpectedly, Cancer, you're resolving a conflict. Maybe you're having the money that you need to resolve a financial matter. Maybe you're coming into the money that you need to resolve a financial dispute with a business entity, with another partner, with because the Lovers is about union and contracts, very similar to the Marriage card. So it may not necessarily be a romantic interest. It might be somebody that you have a business contract with. This could even be your fucking rent, because that's still a contract, Looks like a theme of the month. We've got 4 of Wands, domestic harmony, celebrations. We've got 5 of Cups, which is grieving something, maybe being depressed, feeling lost, sad, being sad, right? 8 of Cups, walking away, deciding to walk away from something or someone, but she's walking to her sunrise. I always point that out. She's leaving things behind and walking towards something better. And then the 9 of Wands, resilience. She doesn't have a lot left, but she's going to make do with what she's got. She's running out of time. I never say that in this deck, but I mean, think about it. She only has but so much left in the tank before that stick burns out too, So let me just have a second, Cancer, to really think about this. Where are my crystals? I really want to think about what this might mean for you, because I really want to put it together here, because it's kind of conflicting. On one hand, we're pushing and we're celebrating, but on the other, we're sad and we're walking away. It feels like a little bit of a going away party is kind of what I'm feeling. A little bit of a going away party. That sounds so interesting. I don't know how to explain it, but I'm almost getting the message of like somebody going off to war. Like, somebody who goes off to war, I would imagine that they would have some sort of celebration, right? Before they go. And it's sad, and they're going this by themselves, but they're pushing through, and they're doing their duty for their country. Now, it might not be that literal, but kind of think of that metaphorically. Seems like maybe somebody's making a decision for their family, but it seems that isolation is involved here. Now, if I take all that out of the picture, the Four of Wands, again, it's related to domestic harmony. So maybe your home is at the forefront of your mind. You're trying to figure out how to resolve things within your home life. Maybe you're feeling like you're not supported and you're having to do something by yourself financially. And maybe, again, going back to you're the only one making things happen. It could even be, oh, this is a reach, because I'm thinking about it Thanksgiving. You might be really excited to go home, wherever home is, but then it's almost like you might have wished you didn't even go. I hate to say that. I don't even know if that's the message here, but that's kind of coming through. Like, it almost feels like a Hallmark movie. Imagine somebody who comes home for the holidays and they're so excited, but then like all this family drama gets unearthed and you can't really go home right away because you can't get a flight back home. So you have to just kind of push through and kind of deal. Now, maybe this is coming up in your career and finance reading because it involves your relationships. Maybe you took time off to do this. It's really interesting. Let's look at let's look at these. Okay, destiny. Believe in your dreams and passions. It's calling you to follow them. Whatever led you to this point in your life, it was to direct you to your higher purpose. New exciting adventures await you. Don't look back, only to the future. That very much feels like, the Eight of Cups here. Don't look back, only to the future. Writer, your words have power to influence others. Find out how you can contribute. A career in social media management, book writing, content writing, or blogging could be for you. Use words and visualize it as you write them to manifest more money into your life. Easy does it. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. And revision. This is actually unrealistic, but I don't like that word. Your expectations in the future are unrealistic and revision. Perhaps your vision is big and may require a plan and need more careful thought. You could be setting yourself up for failure if you don't set realistic financial goals. You see, all of that just feels contradictory to me. It's like, how do we have destiny, but also revision? It's like, oh, trust your path. Like, you're meant to do this, but also go back to the drawing board. These two kind of like are their own little messages. Is there anything else for Cancer that you have guidance on, please? How is the month of November going to end for Cancer? Like, what are you ultimately trying to get Cancer to do? Spirit. Fear. Okay, overcome your fear of success or failure. Don't sabotage your own success. Don't allow your fear to make you forget your greatness. Remain positive and on track. It may require you to step out of your comfort zone and achieve abundance you desire. This is like one of those messages that it's gonna be different for everybody. Is success will find you. Okay. It's one of those messages that are going to be different for every person. I wonder, Cancer, if you're going to have a moment where you give up, but then kind of get back on the horse. I wonder. I don't know. Spirits give me like all of these like, these very predictable movies. Like, I can't really name a movie exactly. But, imagine somebody who's tried out for they don't make the team, and then like they're about to give up, but then somebody encourages them and they try again and they push and they finally make it. And it almost feels like that vibe, you know? You'll have to let me know. But one thing's for sure, you're really going to be battling your emotions. So going back to obstacle overcome, King of Cups, you're really emotionally invested in whatever you're doing right now within your career and finances. So I think that really is going to be the biggest struggle for you in terms of how to separate that, how to think logically and kind of separate your emotions from what you've done versus what you need to do. All right, let's look at this. So I think, yeah, I saw it was fluorite, which it's in my kit. I was looking for that, but I ended up setting it for my citrine. I usually like to use fluorite when I'm tarot reading. And it's just like a nice palm stone that I like. Now, fluorite is traditionally about clarity, but I don't really remember what else this card says. Okay, here we go. You can pause it here if you'd like to read it. Here's the next pages. Here's the last page. Oh, that's it. That's it. Just these 2 pages. All right, I'm only going to read the general message. Okay. Clarity and purity, clear focus, and an end to cluttered thinking. That would be good. Okay, when the way forth is clear, a sense of purpose and enthusiasm arises and the fog of distractions lifts. Fluorite spirit appears when confusion is about to disperse, giving way to pure wisdom and free, unambiguous intentions. It reminds you that you can achieve clarity by slowing down and consciously choosing to release any confusion or distractions. Like a still pool reflecting the beauty of the sky, a calm state of mind can produce the clarity you seek, allowing your intentions to be pure. Obstacles to co-creating can slip away as you work with fluorite spirit to magnify all that is pure, good, and loving within you. Focus on that and it will be amplified. Okay. I do feel that here. I mean, I'm surprised what we didn't get is the 8 of Swords or the 9 of Swords, because a lot of those cards often represent, mental fog. And we did get the 2 of Swords, to be fair, though, on what to avoid. But it seems that, again, your emotions are mostly what's clouding your judgment. I don't really think it's like the mental fog and distractions. It's your emotions that's fucking you up this month, Cancer. Especially because, you're a water sign, you're very intuitively led. I don't feel like your emotional compass is serving you this month. I mean, maybe that has to do with Mercury retrograde. Again, I'm trying not to blame everything Mercury retrograde, but it's possible. When Mercury is retrograde, a lot of us feel confused. A lot of us feel unsure, uncertain. We still have fucking Saturn in Pisces. That's an aspect that I absolutely love, if you can tell. So that's the planet of responsibility, but it's in the sign of the dreamer. It's like, how can I be responsible and dream at the same time? It's like very, conflicting energies. I think Neptune is back in Pisces as well. I think. So it's not just you, Cancer. It's a lot of planetary, bullshit happening as well. A lot of, cosmic weather that is affecting your mental state. So really just take everything one day at a time. I hope this is helpful for you, Cancer. If so, drop some comments below. I love you so much. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye. Ooh.